Remember when the coolest car on TV could jump over buildings, talk back to its driver, and somehow never run out of gas? Yeah, today we are talking about Knight Rider. But even if you thought you knew everything about KITT, some of these strange behind-the-scenes secrets will surprise you. Now, if you are new here or just need a reminder, Knight Rider was the famous 80s show about Michael Knight, a lone hero fighting crime with the help of KITT, a super smart self-driving car full of gadgets that could make James Bond jealous. It was part action show, part funny buddy story, and 100% pure 1980s magic. Before smart cars were even imagined, KITT showed everyone what futuristic driving could look like with lots of sarcasm and fun. Naturally,
Today we are counting down 15 strange, crazy facts about Knight Rider that even the biggest Hoff fans might not know. And stay tuned for number 7. You might know who gave KITT its voice, but you will not believe what he really thought about the show or how he recorded his parts. If you like the weird and forgotten side of old TV, hit like and subscribe because we have new nostalgic deep dives every week. Now let's get ready and get started.
Number 1. The voice box lights were just for show. You know that famous red voice box that flashed whenever KITT talked? Yeah, it was not connected to William Daniels' real lines. The lights were controlled by hand, usually by a random crew member flipping switches off screen. Sometimes they got the timing right, and sometimes it looked like KITT was beatboxing in the middle of a serious talk.
I am the voice of Knight Industry 2000's microprocessor, k.i.t.t for easy reference.
It's called Hollywood magic, folks, and in the 80s, that mostly meant no one would notice on VHS.
Number 2. KITT was almost a Camaro. Believe it or not, KITT almost wasn't a Pontiac Trans Am. General Motors thought about different cars for KITT, including the Camaro, but the new Trans Am won because it looked futuristic. KITT needed to look like he came straight from the future, not from a used car lot. Somewhere out there, though, there is an alternate universe where Camaro KITT tells jokes while showing off racing stripes. And honestly, it's a little weird to imagine. Hoff was too tall for the Trans Am.
Number 3. David Hasselhoff was too tall for KITT. Here's a fun fact. The Hoff is 6'4" tall, and the Trans Am was not made for heroes that tall. They had to take out and lower the driver's seat so Hoff's hair wouldn't hit the T-top every time he made a dramatic entrance. Even then, in some scenes, you can see him ducking a little to avoid hitting the roof.
Yeah, I thought I'd mention that.
You certainly did not.
Because nothing says cool lone hero like accidentally hitting your own head on the windshield.
Number 4. The theme song was originally based on classical music. Think Knight Rider's theme sounds too cool to come from old classical music? Well, think again. Composer Stu Phillips said that the famous Knight Rider theme was loosely inspired by, and pardon the pronunciation, March at Cordage de Bacchus from Leo Delibes' ballet Sylvia. He added a futuristic synth twist with that pulsing beat, and boom, an 80s TV legend was born.
Michael Knight, a young loner on a crusade to champion the cause of the innocent.
Turns out KITT wasn't just turbocharged, he was classically tuned. Now be honest, have you ever found yourself humming the Knight Rider theme for no reason? Tell us in the comments, because we won't judge. Well, number 5. KITT's red scanner light was inspired by Battlestar Galactica. That famous sweeping red light on KITT's front bumper was completely copied from a Cylon, and they were proud of it. Knight Rider's creator, Glenn A. Larson, also made Battlestar Galactica, and he liked the Cylon's glowing red scanner so much that he used it for KITT. If you've ever seen a silver Cylon walking across a battlefield with that hypnotic red eye, you'll immediately recognize KITT's heartbeat. Honestly, KITT still looks cooler than half the robots we have today. So, congratulations, you just earned a vintage 80s nerd badge. Number 6. KITT's evil twin, Carr, had 2 voices. Just when you thought KITT was the ultimate good guy, along came Carr, the Knight automated roving robot. Carr was KITT's prototype made by Wilton Knight's team, but he had one big problem. He cared more about saving himself than saving people. What most fans don't know is that Wilton Knight never had the heart to destroy Carr. Instead, he quietly put his first creation in storage, where it was forgotten after Wilton's death. Years later, thieves broke in and accidentally reactivated him.
According to production notes, Carr's voice needed a Darth Vader-like rumble. So, he first came to life with Peter Cullen's deep, scary voice, then switched to Paul Frees for his return appearance. Basically, Carr was what would happen if you gave a self-driving car a personality and then made it angry. Quick question though, were you Team KITT or Team Carr? Let us know in the comments below.
Number 7. KITT was almost played by a car that couldn't drive. NBC and the producers chose the Pontiac Trans Am for KITT without checking if it could actually, move. It turns out the early 80s Trans Ams were slow, clunky, and handled like a roller skate made of bricks. Early test runs had KITT overheating, sliding out of control, and refusing to turn properly. Buddy, Super Pursuit Mode.
Super pursuit mode.
Hollywood stunt coordinator Jack Gill had to change the cars a lot, adding stronger suspensions, turbocharged engines, and making them lighter. They even strengthened the frames because the cars were breaking ramps during jumps. In the end, they built at least 15 different kits, each made for specific stunts. Basically, every time KITT looked cool, it took a pit crew, 2 gallons of sweat, and a little bit of hope.
Number 8. David Hasselhoff almost wasn't Michael Knight. NBC originally wanted a bigger name to star in Knight Rider. Names like Gil Gerard, who played Buck Rogers, were suggested, and some even said singer-actor Rick Springfield was considered. Hasselhoff wasn't a superstar yet. He was known from the soap opera The Young and the Restless, but he had the perfect mix of action hero looks and funny earnestness. And let's be honest, the man could wear a leather jacket like it was made for him. One dramatic sunglasses adjustment later, and a legend was born.
It sure does. Nothing like a traffic jam to make you appreciate the open road.
Number 9. KITT's voice actor was a TV legend and a bit of a diva. KITT's smooth, slightly sarcastic voice belonged to none other than William Daniels, better known to us as Mr. Feeney from Boy Meets World. Daniels refused on-screen credit during the original run because he didn't want to be typecast as the car guy. And here's a fun fact. He didn't even think the show would be a big hit at first. He thought it was just a silly little show until millions of fans proved him wrong. Daniels recorded all of KITT's lines separately in a sound booth, often without ever meeting the actors he was talking to on screen. Maybe that's why KITT always sounded smarter than everyone else.
Number 10. KITT once sang a love song. Yes, this really happened. It's in the Season 2 episode, Let It Be Me. Michael Knight goes undercover in a rock band. Because in the 1980s, you couldn't just solve a crime. You had to play a solo first. At one point, KITT serenades Michael's ex-girlfriend with a love song through the car's radio system. Because nothing says romance like letting your car be the third wheel for your emotional baggage. Number 11. Turbo boost equals Hollywood cheating. That legendary turbo boost button? Yeah, it wasn't exactly real. Most of those gravity-defying leaps were done using hidden ramps, catapults, and a good bit of slow-motion trickery. If you pause at just the right moment, you can even see ramps hidden behind bushes or under props. Look closely during the Slammin' Sammy Stunt Show Spectacular, and you'll spot a ramp peeking out near the fence line. KITT didn't defy physics, he just had really sneaky stunt friends. Number 12. The KITT car was so popular, it needed its own bodyguards. That's right, KITT wasn't just a car, it was a celebrity. During filming at Universal Studios, fans would sneak onto the set trying to steal parts from the real KITT. Hubcaps, antennas, you name it. The studio eventually had to hire actual bodyguards just to watch KITT between scenes. Because when your car has fans like that, you know you've made it. Number 13. The semi's interior never actually made sense. Have you ever noticed that the semi-truck's inside looked totally different depending on the episode? One week it looked like a high-tech NASA control room, and the next week it looked like someone cleaned out a Radio Shack's going out of business.
There it is.
But as long as the interior fit the story, it was fine. Plus, dramatic KITT entrances, those were non-negotiable. Number 14. KITT's dashboard had a hefty price tag.
According to the production designers who worked on the show, KITT's dazzling dashboard, with all those flashing lights, scanners, and mysterious buttons, reportedly cost a small fortune to custom build in the early 80s. At a time when the average new car cost around $7,000, KITT's interior tech was in a whole other league. Half the buttons didn't actually do anything, but they sure looked awesome.
Will you stop with the odds? I can handle.
Michael smashed him like he was launching a space shuttle.
Number 15. There were KITT impostors. Not every KITT you saw was the real one. For crash scenes, the producers used junkyard Trans Ams dressed up with black paint and duct tape. In some wrecks, fans have noticed missing red scanners, broken grills, or even badly painted door panels flying off during explosions.
KITT? KITT? You all right?
If you blink, you might even miss the moment KITT's indestructible armor peels away like a cheap Halloween costume, straight out of a dollar store clearance bin. And before we ride off into the sunset, here's a bonus fact you might not know. Knight Rider wasn't just a hit in America. In Germany, it became a full-on pop culture phenomenon. And get this, Michael Knight's voice was dubbed with a deeper, more serious tone by actor Andreas von Mayen. German fans loved it, and some even say it made Michael sound way cooler and tougher than the original. Honestly, KITT didn't need a turbo boost over there. He already had a German upgrade. And there you have it, 15 weird facts you didn't know about Knight Rider. Or did you? Let us know in the comments below. What facts did we miss? I want to hear them. And as always, smash the like and subscribe buttons for more videos like this. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.